I have always had a tendency to think negatively in life. Even though I usually smile, most of the time I'm running through all the things that could go wrong. So when people tell me to think positive, I find it really hard. Positive thinking is a struggle for me. It's something I have to push myself to do. But what does positive thinking even mean? To only see the bright side and ignore the risks? To stop being realistic? Or just to be a little more optimistic? I do remember being more optimistic when I was younger. Even with some of the challenges I faced, I always believed there was light at the end of the tunnel. Even in tough times, I remember smiling. Maybe that smile was the body's way of defending itself, of coping with pressure. I can't say I got to where I am today because I was thinking positively. Did I get here through effort, through hard work and circumstances? Or was it just luck? I think it's a mix of all of that. Still, for the last 25 years, life has been more or less good to me. And maybe that's because I always tried to avoid the worst case scenario. But when you think like that all the time, positive thinking doesn't come easy. Even when everything's going according to plan, I still have my doubts. The good weather, the quiet nature, even in the middle of the city, definitely help lift my mood. But that doesn't mean the negative thoughts just stop. Are things really going well? Do I even deserve to feel good? I often punish myself. I don't let myself enjoy the moment. My mind is always running, trying to solve problems that are either far off or have nothing to do with the moment I'm actually in. When things go too well, I start wondering if I'll have to pay for it somehow. Like when I spent 6 months in the hospital after breaking my leg at school, I remember thinking, okay, at least I have earned 6 good months in return to even things out, as if life had some kind of balance sheet. So now, when I'm healthy, when work and family are fine, I catch myself waiting for something bad to happen. Like it's all too good. And that fear, it keeps me from enjoying even the happiest parts of my day. I've noticed how much negative thoughts affect my habits and even my body. One bad thought can trigger enough anxiety to throw off my whole routine or make me act like someone I don't even recognize. When I stay focused on the negative for too long, it can push me to drop habits I actually love or mess up my eating completely. Sometimes I'll eat way too much for stress. Other times I'll go a whole day barely eating at all. I've also noticed that I tend to self-sabotage. I'll think so negatively that I just expect whatever I'm doing to fail, even when everything's going well. Those thoughts pull me out of conversations with family or friends. They keep me from being present in moments that are supposed to feel joyful. They distract me from my work. And then, of course, I fall behind, which just makes me feel worse because the problems are still there and time keeps ticking. Negative thinking is exhausting. You look around at everyone else and wonder, are they not worried too? Am I the only one thinking like this? But that can't be right. Everyone has problems. The real question is how people deal with them. And in my case, by constantly thinking negatively, I turn even the smallest issue into a mountain. Everyone wants to be positive, optimistic, calm, grateful. Books I've read say you'll go further in life if you train your mind to think that way. You scroll through social media and it's all morning routines, sunshine, and people saying, just focus on the good. So lately, I have been wondering, maybe I should try to be more positive too. I mean, who wouldn't want to wake up smiling? Who wouldn't want to stop letting the little things ruin their day? because I'm starting to see that thinking negatively all the time, it doesn't just hurt me, it hurts the people around me too. It makes me grumpy, difficult to be around, difficult to sit next to. But even if I tried to think more positively, would I actually believe it, or would I just be faking it? The good thing is, weather doesn't seem to affect me much. If anything, bad weather actually lifts my mood. What gets to me are other things, small things, probably insignificant things, that I blow out of proportion in my head until they feel like they are suffocating me. And then there are the bigger things, things that might even turn out okay, but I'll still only focus on the worst case scenario. This month, I've decided to make a real effort to think positively. It's just one more change I've been trying to push into my life these past few years, like walking, which I made part of my daily routine. Walking has helped me a lot, not just physically, but mentally too. So I'm hoping positive thinking will have the same kind of effect on my mental health. One of the first things I did to start thinking more positively was take a look at what I already have, to appreciate what I have accomplished so far. One of the most common traps we fall into is taking everything we have achieved for granted. I realized that recently. And since the older we get, the more we stand to lose, I've started paying more attention to the small joys in life, the little daily habits we usually do on autopilot.
Καλή διασκέδαση.
Now, of course, positive thinking doesn't just switch on overnight. Problems don't magically go away just because you decide to think happy thoughts one day.
Today I really have to get back to editing the videos that I have planned to edit for so long. It's been over a month since I last posted and uploaded a video, and I have about six videos and 2 podcast episodes that I need to edit and post. Hopefully today is the day.
The hardest part, I don't trust myself to stick with it, because deep down I know this isn't how I usually think. For this to work, I'll have to change a lot of things inside me. Still, I'm curious to see if it really does work the way everyone says. I'm sure there'll be plenty of times when I feel like it's not working, especially when I have time to myself, quiet time to think. But it's in those moments that I remember I'm not alone, and I think about how much good I can do for the people around me. They've told me themselves that I sabotage myself, that I have so much potential, but my negativity holds me back. And of course, my first reaction is always, I'm just being realistic. I don't live in some fantasy world. But maybe the worst case scenario world I've built in my head isn't the real one either. So, where's the truth? A lot of times when I catch myself thinking optimistically, I start to wonder, am I just lying to myself? If deep down I truly believe something bad is coming and I'm just forcing myself to think positive, am I faking it? But then again, I'm the same person who believes that what we expect to happen often does happen. So if I keep focusing on the worst case scenario, maybe I'm the one creating it. And maybe, just maybe, if I focus on the best outcome instead, I'll actually move toward solving the problem faster, easier, or better. That's what everyone keeps telling me. And honestly, I'm curious to see if they are right. I mean, I have already spent plenty of time thinking negatively. I've seen where that leads. So why not try something I haven't? There's no doubt that my environment affects how I feel. It's not like negative thoughts just drop out of the sky. Things happen, real things, that make it hard for me to think positively or stay optimistic. I've noticed that whenever I do feel hopeful, it's because something good has happened. I felt intense moments of happiness in the past. Those moments were always triggered by something real, like the first time I made money on my own, or when I got a reply to the first message I ever sent to my now wife, or when my daughter gave me her first kiss. It was never happiness out of the blue, because otherwise, honestly, I'd probably feel like I was losing my mind. So when I think negatively, it's not like I'm being irrational or broken. Bad things happen, and sometimes they just pull me down. The real question is, are those things actually that bad? Or am I making them feel bigger than they are? But every now and then, something unexpected happens. Something I didn't control, and it gives me hope. Like that double rainbow that appeared the other day after a quick rain, right as I was out walking to get ice cream for the family. Did it mean I'm on the right path? Maybe. I'm superstitious. I do assign meaning to little signs like that, even when I know they mean nothing. So maybe, by the same logic, I'm also giving too much meaning to things that don't really deserve it. Maybe I should just let myself feel good, especially when I want to feel good. Right now, speaking to the camera, I feel a bit strange. It's like I'm doing my therapy in front of an audience, but I've always felt that way when I open up on camera. And of course, I start imagining the worst case scenario, the comments I might get, or how I might ruin whatever image people had of me. But on the other hand, they say you shouldn't care what other people think, because 5 minutes from now, no one's going to remember this video anyway. So what's the point of thinking negatively? What does positive thinking mean to me now? It means remembering how much I already have, enjoying each moment, and focusing on the things I can do to fix what's broken. Because the truth is, there are solutions. I know that. And by obsessing over the problems and what will happen if I don't solve them, I end up doing nothing. That's what I've realized. Negative thinking paralyzes me. I can't do anything productive when I'm lost in my darkest thoughts. But when I try to think positively, even if it's not perfect, at least I move. At least I do something. And that something might lead to results. I know how hard it is to get unstuck from negative thinking. I've said it myself, especially when it comes to health. The worst is coming. And that's the truth. As you get older, more health issues will come. It's inevitable. So if I go around saying everything's going to be fine, life is going to be great, maybe I'm just lying to myself. But then again, if I keep thinking this way, what do I gain? I won't enjoy any of the moments when things actually are okay. So maybe, just maybe, I should think positively. Not because I believe everything will turn out perfect, but because it might help me stay active. Even if I'm tricking myself a little about the future I know is coming. So much for positive thinking, right?